I don't think anyone expecting the Wallabies to do well in South Africa, but I think we should be able to snag one of the games, one of two. But hey, we might be able to go 2 from 2.
Whoa! Start with one. Now, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you know when we upload. Goeiedag and welcome back to Rugby Heads, brought to you by the Pig Athletic Club, where we cover all things in the world of rugby. My name is Sione, and joining me is the unofficial club captain of Randwick Rugby Club. He's been sitting on a bench waiting for another call-up into the Rugby Heads starting lineup. His jersey today is sponsored by Greener Pastures. Please welcome Tongan Thor's best friend and every pub's pokey room, the worst nightmare, Dave Vea. Welcome, mate.
Oh, God. I see why you were taking your notes for so long. I was waiting for a while. You came up with that one.
Thanks, mate. Last minute call-up since the starters all apparently busy. And Nem's Wi-Fi doesn't work over in Fiji at the moment. So prayers up for Nems. How you been, mate?
Hey, good, mate. Thanks for having me back on. One appearance this year, a bit like my first great appearance this year, but thanks for having me back.
Yeah. But before we get into it, just want to go, you were at the Lions series, both tests over in Sydney. How was it? And, mate, are the Wallabies back, mate?
I think so. We have a look at the last sort of 18 months. I think they've come leaps and bounds. They're playing some pretty good footy, and the Lions series surely did not disappoint. I think a lot of people written the boys off, but they played some really good footy, and some that I think will draw the crowd back. So, yes, in a way, I would say yes. I'm an optimist, so I would like to say that they are. But yeah, both test matches I went to in Sydney were actually pretty good fun. The atmosphere was definitely there. Mainly the Lion supporters, I think they're pretty good travellers, tourists. They made the atmosphere, and then conversely, the Sydney public responded. A lot of Tar supporters, Wallaby supporters got out into the game. The atmosphere in the game, I think, pretty close to one of those European ones. I remember going to France when they were playing. I would say that's probably the best rugby atmosphere I've gone to here in Oz. So overall, I think pretty good, pretty successful, I must say, both on and off the field for the Wallabies.
Well, see, that's why we called him in, mate. Using big words, converse in optimists. So it's good to have you back, mate. But on this episode, we're going to be TRC only. This episode, we're going to preview the Rugby Championship, name our rookies to keep an eye out for, plus our bold predictions for this year's TRC series. But before we get into it, our try or no try, something that was play on or offside. What's your try or no tries, mate?
My try this week is actually the Gidolo being scrapped. I think it was probably inevitable. Starting the Gidolo was probably just the opening the door and then wedging it open, and now it's sort of open slather to pick any players from overseas. I think the Wallabies' current talent pool probably doesn't suffice a good national team just yet. There's no hiding away from the fact that we need stronger pathways, but the fix at the moment will probably be being able to pick players that are available to the Wallabies currently playing their trade overseas. So that's my try for this week, or my onside, I should say.
Yeah, that's. I
think it's good.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. Any negatives? Any no tries?
Ooh, my no try this week, very unfortunate one. Shout out to a very good friend of Pack, Charlotte Kaslik. Unfortunately, today got announced that she wasn't going to make a full recovery to get on the business class flight to on Emirates this morning to London. So sending her heaps of love. I think she's still a chance with recovery. If the girls can get over there and get through the pool stages and get into some finals, but wishing her all the best with rehab, and hopefully we can see her at the pointy end of the Women's World Cup. It'll be a great addition if she does. So good luck with the recovery, but that's my no try.
I know she's going to head over even just to support. Surely when she's good to go, if the girls make it through the pool stages and there's no injuries, someone's going to get a tap on the shoulder and say, hey mate, your ankle's a little bit no good at the moment. We're going to rule you out. So thoughts are with Charlotte and the injury as well. But I had that as also also my no try. Wasn't a good one to good news to wake up to. And also my no try was probably the shortest retirement in World Rugby history. Nick White. They had everyone was teary, saying, "Oh, it's his last," and then he's got named in the squad to tour South Africa. I know injuries was pulled out upon that, but it was given a bit of John Farnham's last tour that went on for about 10 years. So we'll probably still be at the World Cup. He'll be playing at the World Cup in Australia. So shout out to Nick White, also a friend of the pack. And then my other no try was All Blacks announcing the signing of Richie Mo'unga. But this no try was a selfish one. As a Tongan, I was banking. I've been telling everyone that he's going to be playing for Tonga because I think drunkenly we got a video from JT's close friends when he was with Richie, and he said he's T-gang all the way, and he was a little bit drunk. So maybe that was just the alcohol talking. So yeah, my dreams was dashed as a Tongan supporter, but I know the All Blacks need him. I know the All Blacks need him if they want to beat the Wallabies and South Africa in the next one. So because Wallabies going to be top 3 by then.
Is he back? Does that mean he's back for Super Rugby this coming season?
No, after? The one after. The year of the World Cup. So
27.
Yeah. Ooh. So and he's going to the Crusaders. So that should be a tricky one. And my only positive. It's selfish again. It's myself. I've moved back here to the Netherlands. It's been about a week and a bit now, and in Australia, I got my lookalikes were Sam Thaiday. I got that a lot, and most recently because I failed my diet, Mark Henry. I got that a lot, especially from my close friends. But over here in the Netherlands, I was at the gym, and then I was talking to one of the gym workers, and he mentioned that you look like The Rock. And I had a bit of extra skip in my step that day. So I'm just grateful for the Dutch community. There's not many Pacific Islanders over here. There's probably only 5 of us. And grateful.
Give us an update. How was the move? How is Netherlands, and what's the plans?
Yeah, well, I already lived here. I was over here for a season, so I was here for about a year and a bit, probably 6-7 years ago. So I was always going to be back. Fell in love with the country then, so I've always been a wannabe Dutchie the last few years. And
just the country that you fell in love with, or anything else?
Yeah, the country, the produce, the export, imports, everything, mate. Grateful to be here, mate. And it's good to be back. Now, let's get into the juicy part. TRC, this year's TRC. Well, we'll start off with the rookies. Last year, Wallace Atisi and Sasha Mahomanzulu had breakout rookie seasons last year. Who is going to be a rookie that we should keep an eye out for this TRC series? Who's your rookie or rookies?
Oh, I would like to see. I know Kyle Preston's only come in as a halfback cover. Yeah. But I would like to see him in an All Blacks jersey. I think he's an absolute footballer. Came through Crusaders. I remember first seeing him. He came off the bench because Noah Hotham got injured very early and scored 3 tries in his debut game. And that wasn't a fluke. I watched a bit of the NPC the year before. He was pretty good for Wellington. So I'm picking him as my rookie for the TRC. If he does get a Guernsey, hopefully he goes well. They never seem to be short of halfbacks or depth in that department. So good luck to him. Hopefully we can see him in an All Blacks jersey this TRC. My other one, I can't really get his name right, is the young under-20s back rower for South Africa, who's, I don't know if they picked him as a development player or just part of the squad. But the South African squad looks like they picked a few new players to blood, which is good timing going into what we're in 2025 now, going into a World Cup in 27, 2 years out. So if that kid gets a run at some point, maybe against Argentina or something, I think he'll be one to look out for.
Yeah, I laugh when you said kid because there's been social media videos released of him doing drills with the forwards, and the forwards trying to snatch the ball off him. I'm like, no kid. He's making the seniors look like a kid. I think the Ox is the only one that could get the ball off him.
Yeah, we might have to check on him. He might be on the same birth certificate as Benny Rabo.
Yes, I'm 13.
Celebrated his first birthday at 7 years old.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that's good shouts. Good shouts. I got two as well. And they're both South African. My first one is he's an old rookie. This is his first TRC series. He's 29-year-old Edwil van der Merwe. He scored 5 tries in his 3 appearances so far for the Boks, and in 2 of those, I think he was named actual man of the match in those matches. He's another copy-paste of Cheston Colby and Kurt Liarensa. He's part of the Power Ranger gang. He's got a headgear on as well. So they've been dangerous with 2 of them. Now they got 3 of them. So watch out for him. If he gets enough game time, I think he might be one to push as breakout player of the series. Another one is Morne van den Berg. He's a scrum half. He played so well in the July series. He's pushed Faf out of the squad. I've got him as the number 1 and 2, him and Grant Williams. Grant
Williams, I was going to say,
yeah. So, mate, I think he's going to be. He's similar to Tate, maybe sometimes when he takes the ball, when he sees those spaces. So he's dangerous around the ruck, and if his last name's anything to go by, this book is might be taking them back to the top of the mountain. Watch out for Morne van den Berg. And bold predictions. Nems jumped the gun a few weeks ago with his bold prediction, and it crashed the internet. He's getting a lot of hate talking about his bald head, or the haters in the comments. So, mate, be careful. But also, what are your bold predictions for the TRC series?
I think it's bold enough. I don't think anyone expecting the Wallabies to do well in South Africa, but I think we should be able to snag one of the games, one of two. Bang. But hey, we might be able to go 2 from 2.
Whoa! Start with one.
Hey, South Africa's if they're planning to blood new players, it's probably we'll get a chance. I think we've had a pretty good preparation playing the Lions, 1 test against Fiji, and the boys look like they've played better every week. They've gone better by the week, but completely different challenge to TRC with the travel now and having to mentally, emotionally get back up after a Lion series. Not that I've ever played one for the Wallabies, but could be mentally taxing on the mind and soul, you know. Yeah. But hey, I'm backing the Wallabies to at least get 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go 2 from 2.
Yeah. Hey, mate, you can say that, mate. You're a junior Wallaby, mate.
And when we do that, then we're definitely back.
Oh, mate, I'm with you. I had that down as well. We're going to win 1 of the games in South Africa, plus a bit of extra GST. We're going to win all the games against the All Blacks. We're getting the blood back. I really think. I think we're winning all the games. I think we're in their heads. I think the Wallabies are going to win 1 against the Boks and all the games against the All Blacks. It's going to be tough, but I think we've got the boys. If you're watching this,
that is a nice get back.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments if we need to get our head checked, or if you're backing us. If you think we're on the right tracks with our bald hairline.
It might be a cheeky check out the market on the Wallabies winning the Bledisloe.
Yeah, but also bet responsibly. Yeah. Maybe a sneaky fiver.
Yeah.
Okay, then let us know your bold predictions in the comments. Now, lastly, who's gonna win it, mate? Who do you think is going to win the series?
It's hard to go. I mean, I'm contradicting myself. I was going to say it's hard to go past the back-to-back Rugby World Cup champs, but I've also called the Wallabies going 2 from 2 or either 1 from 2 over there. But I dare say if South Africa end up winning 2-0 the first 2 weeks, then I reckon probably they're probably strong favourites again to win it. I think they're just going from strength to strength. The South Africans, whatever they're doing there, it seems to work. So that's who I think will win at the end. And just because I don't think the All Blacks are as strong as they would have liked to be in terms of they've got a few players, got a couple of injuries that they need to cover for, and likes of Richie Mo'unga is not there or whatnot. So we can see they're much they're much better, more dangerous side when Richie's there. So I think All Blacks not being as strong as they would have liked to be due to injury and player available, and the back-to-back champs. If they get a good start with the next fortnight, then I think they'll go all the way and win it.
Yeah, although I said Wallabies are going to do the All Blacks and they're going to win one in South Africa, I think the Wallabies also do what the Wallabies do and lose one in Argentina. So I don't think the Wallabies are going to win it. I think the Boks are going to go back-to-back again in TRC. I just look at their squad. I think we've got to remember that they are the back-to-back world champs. The initial squad that they've named, there's really no weakness in that back line. They got depth for days, and then their forward back is bloody... crazy, mate. Universal soldiers. Nem said it a few weeks ago, and his bold prediction. I think they will end the Eden Park hoodoo, and it's going to be a dark days for the All Blacks and their supporters, but it's going to test them. They need to stand by their boys. They don't have a bad squad. It's just TRC's tough these days. This is going to make sure that because we've been there, we're still there as Wallabies fans. You just got to back the boys. Turn up
Mate,
to the games and back the boys.
Look at me, mate. A West Tigers and a Wallabies supporter.
And Tongan supporter, mate.
Tongan supporter.
But yeah, let us know who you think's going to be crowned champions of the TRC in the comments.
I don't think this is any disrespect to the Argentinians. Remember, we have to remember they beat the Lions on their way down to Australia. So there'll be a few surprises there. And in recent games, they've actually challenged the All Blacks in a lot of their games, and going to All Blacks being in Argentina, it's no easy feat to go play them over there. The crowd's hostile; they get full into it. So, no disrespect to our Argentinians. I think they'll also do really well, and they have been playing well. That game they played against the Lions was probably their first game of the year. And they looked like they had probably got six test matches before they played their game. Game. So,
and also
8 weeks now to prep for TRC.
Yeah, England team without the British and Irish Lions swept them there in Argentina, but I think Argentina were trying a few things, but we know controversially by the crowd that Argentinians don't like the colour black, so the All Blacks are in town. They might do some damage against the All Blacks while they're in Argentina. So there should be a heated one.
Plenty of laser in the crowd, I'm sure.
But we'll get into and preview the first games in the first round, starting off the Wallabies Springboks. Key battles, key players, and who do you think is going to win this one?
Like I said, I would like the Wallabies to go 2 from 2 over there. But let's just start with one first. So this week coming, look, against the South African, you've got to have a set piece that's parity with the Springboks. So I think front row wise, Nella, whether it's belly or slips that starts, they need to be able to hold that scrum and make sure the Bucks have got clean ball there. I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden Ross does get a little nod on the bench for Guernsey as well, because
his scrum is good too.
Yeah, his scrum as well, and Robinson's been playing a bit of both, so not too sure what happens there. But I would say set piece dominance or parity at least for the Wallabies would go a long way for them having clean ball for the likes of Ikitau and Big Swaliti at the back line. If our front five, type 5 can have a good game and go head to head with the South African front 5, then I think we'll be more than half a chance of playing well and even winning that game. But like I said, front row scrum, and we saw at the back end of our Lions series there. The line out operated quite well towards the end. Yes, the Lions had a few injuries in second row or whatnot, but again, with big Will Skelton, if he can dominate as well, and if hopefully Valentini will also be back and fit, I'd like to see him back in there. But one guy that I think will probably take a lot of confidence out of his Lions series is Tom Hooper. I think is a very dominant ball carrier to help Valentini out there, but also defensively he's very strong defender, but also great over the ball. So hopefully those players, Valentini, Skelts, Hooper, Alone, either Slips or Belly, stand up on the weekend, and we should be right. We should have a good go at the South Africans.
Yeah. I had also that battle that in the tight, especially who's going to be controlling Ox. He's the best loose head in the world. Nella showed that he could do it in that last test, and I think Nongor came on and held the scrum well as well when he came on in that last series. So I think they're going to be the key matchups there. And then Frosty here, the great line series. He's going to have that battle with probably be Ruanokia at second row in the lineouts. But I think that the battle everyone wants to see is Skelton versus Eben. I think if they're both named, that's going to be the talk of the week.
Yeah.
But I think the sneaky one is Ikitau and Damien Dialende. I think they're probably Dylan is probably the best 12 at the moment in the world. But I think Ikitau's slowly sneaking up there after that line series. I think it's going to be a real good battle. I hope this, if not this one, then Wallabies might sneak off the next game. But I got a sneaky feeling we might sneak this game through. But who starts at number 9? Who do you think starts at number 9 for the Wallabies? Jake Gordon's out. Would you keep Tate on the bench because he's so good off the bench in that second half?
Yeah, that's sort of. It's almost like a double sword. I mean, he's good against the current defense line. He can make a lot of impact that way. But then you also go, why can't you start him? And he does that at the start. Defensive, not his time. I would still play Tate off the bench just purely because of his ability to have that impact when he comes off the bench against a very tiring defensive line, and especially South Africans, big pack. Hopefully you can tire them out before Tate comes on. Nick White obviously has gone back there again. We can start with him with his kicking game. We can see how that got us into the game against the Lions. He's probably one of the better sort of kicking halfbacks we've got. But then again, you say that they also took Ryan Lonergan. He's
probably the best at Super Rugby.
But I can't imagine them starting Ryan Lonergan at a tour of South Africa.
True.
So I dare say that Nick White, if he's available or good to play, and then Tate off the bench purely because of the impact that he has had off the bench. But look, if Tate can do that in the starting, then I would also start. I would also start him because he's out and out baller, and he runs and backs himself, and he's bloody brilliant to watch.
Yeah. I think the only thing Lonergan has in his favour is his goal kicker. He proved this year that he's probably one of the best long-range goal kickers in Aussie rugby at the moment. So depending where they're playing in South Africa, that might be in his favour. But I think Nick White is the one. I think South African, the Box showed in the July series that they're not afraid to kick behind the line, even when they don't have an advantage, just that little sniper kicking behind. And I think Nick White, he did well in that last series too, especially defensively. So hopefully, mate, any of them I think are going to do a job. So, mate, sneaky. I'm calling Wallabies sneaky 1 and 12.
Ooh, sounds like it's the word for the Wallabies week. Sneak attack.
Eddie's sneak attack. Eddie was just 2 years late. Early. So yeah, this is the sneak attack Eddie was talking about. Hey,
I'm pretty sure Eddie's sitting there going, "This is the fruits of my labor."
Yeah, I did this. We'll lock in Wallabies 1 to 12 in this first game. Now, Pumas versus All Blacks. Your key matchups or key players, and who do you think's going to win?
Or whether they pick him or not. If some Benny plays at 6. He's a massive physical presence on the field, but also just a bully. So I think because I do think that that's also a position that Argentinians are very strong and got plenty of depth in is the back row. If those back rowers for Argentina get a roll on, that's normally where they get a lot of their go forward ball from. But if you can nullify them with, let's say, some Benny plays, I think that'll be a matchup good to watch. But there's also that very athletic, I can't remember his name, Argentinian 6 who jumps in the line out as well. I think the back row matchup for that game will probably determine the result of that game. And look, hard place to play, so Argentina. And I would look. I'm actually going to back the Argentinians here. They've troubled the All Blacks.
Let's go.
They've troubled the All Blacks the last few times they played them. The All Blacks, like I said before, have got some limitations with player injuries and players available to them to select. So they've got a couple of weeks to. They had that French series, but they've got to have a little break. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm having a feeling for the Argentinians this week.
Yeah, I'm on the back of that. I'll lock in Argentina 1-12 just because they're at home. I think they're fired up after losing 2 against England at home as well. So I think you already said it. I said the key battle is the back row. I think Ardi versus Zaquin Oviedo is probably the most underrated back row, number 8 in world rugby. When he's on, he's on. He showed that against the Lions when they beat him. He went through with the line a few times, so I think that's going to be the battle. But just the set piece, the All Blacks got him a few times last year, and Fletcher Newell's been one of the best tight heads in the world at the moment. So that's going to be a tough one. I think back line, I think the RGs have the All Blacks. I think they're a little bit shaken with the moving around. So I think, I'm going to be supporting the All Blacks. Maybe I'm supporting both teams, but we're going to lock in the PUMAS 1-12.
Yeah, Mateo Carreras, who plays all positions in the back line, whether they pick him 15, 10, or wing, he'll be tough to handle. He does things that people go, how do you do that type of thing?
Even the 10 that he starred against the Lions,
the new
Thomas,
one,
Albanos, he was good as well.
Yeah.
So we've got those two. We're pretty much, I'm pretty sure the bookies are going with the Springboks and All Blacks, but I think we've proved that we've got some something here going on there. So we're going against the line here. We're going to go Wallabies 1-12, Argentina 1-12. But if you want to go deep in the cut, let's go NPC. Last week we went 4 from 7, which is not bad for a few of the blokes that don't even watch NPC. So deep in the cut, if you want to go deeper odds here, let's go. We're going to name them just off the bat. First, Southland versus Manawatu. Who do you think, mate?
Ooh, I'll go Southland just because I know one of the boys that plays there. Big Ali Aho. Shout out to Big Ali. I moved from the Tars to go play at Southland. So I go Southland 1-12, I think.
So we'll lock in Southland, Northland versus Tasman. Tasman, surely Tasman.
Oh, Tasman, big Leicester on the wing.
He had a good comeback last week, and then Bay of Plenty versus Canterbury. This will probably be the game of the round. Probably the 2 best teams in the comp at the moment.
Bay of Plenty.
Bay of Plenty at home. I think they might get this one.
Yeah, no, I'll go Canterbury.
You go Canterbury?
I'll go Canterbury 1-12.
Okay, we'll go with you, mate. We'll jump on and we'll go Canterbury, and then Auckland. They've lost the first game by 1 point, lost the second game by 2 points, and they're versus Taranaki at home in Auckland. Though, who do you think is going to get this one?
Yeah, you're closer to your first win every loss, so I'd go with the Auckland.
Okay, we'll lock in Auckland at home to get their first win, and then Hawke's Bay, North Harbour. Harbour haven't won a game yet, I think. Hawke's Bay's got 2 wins so far, I'm pretty sure. They won last week. Hawke's Bay at home. I think you got to lock them in.
Yeah, Hawke's Bay. As much as I would love Harbour to win with a couple of Tongan international contingent playing in there, but let's go. Hawks, let's bet with our head, not with our hearts.
And Wellington at home hosting Otago.
Wellington Lions, baby. My boy Tom Mayava, most toxic player in the NPC, mate.
Lock in Wellington. And last game, Waikato hosting Counties.
Ooh.
County's got a good squad, but they haven't really got the dubs on the board so far. So we'll go Waikato for that last one. So that's deep in the cut. And make sure you bet responsibly with those picks. Just a sneaky fiver. Because those odds will probably be massive.
Coming from one, just bet with money you have, not money you don't have.
Yeah.
Responsible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, don't do the Campbell. All right, now don't have any questions because we're always getting rude questions, but make sure you write down some questions if you want us to answer next week. We do have one to name our greatest of all time Springbok squad as Wallabies fans, but we'll do that maybe next week. But shout outs, you got any shout outs, mate?
Yes, I've got a shout out this week. I'd like to shout out the Tongan Rugby Union taking on the Queensland Reds at their favourite stadium this weekend. Also, shout out to the Reds for I think this is the second year in a row they've done this. They've done this tour. So good on them for going out there and helping the not only the Tongan national side but grassroots rugby in the Pacific. So shout out to both teams playing this weekend. But obviously we're going for the Ikaletahi. Hopefully they can put on a good performance. I think they must have watched Sione and Nems paying out their army camp last year.
They're training hard now
because they've scrapped that and they've done more rugby, bit more rugby specific stuff. They've had I think 2 weeks camp in New Zealand before they head over to Tonga this week. Hopefully they're not too much Pokatunu and Inukava over there. Hopefully they can do well this week.
Yeah, nice, good shout. My shout is to our Pig Athletic Club Barbars. They're on tour again. Our social team will be heading to Kuala Lumpur in 2 weeks for the KL Tigers Tens Fest. So good luck to our social team. Hopefully they can go one better than our elite Barbars that lost they came runners up in Hong Kong Tens. So shout out to them, and also shout out to the Sporting Social Club, our official merch partners. So head to thesportingsocialclub.com for all your Rugby Heads merch. And also thank you, Dave, mate, for jumping on board. But before we go, I got one more question, personal question. I already mentioned in the intro that you're Nella's best friend. He probably had one of his best games in that last test. I've put it down. I've told everyone that his small little form slump was due to hanging out with you too much. You taking out to all the Kaipolas on Sundays. What happened, mate? Did he swerve all your phone calls that week, or what made him play so well, mate?
Yeah, he probably did because he didn't hear from me all week because I was harassing him for tickets and I didn't get one, and then he saw me at the game. And he goes, "How the hell did you get in here?" I think Nella from the previous week after the Pacifica game against the Lions, I think he wasn't going into the camp when they sent him down to Melbourne before the Brisbane test. I don't think he was quite in the headspace that he'd get a test against the Lions, but he went down there and I think he really enjoyed the week in Melbourne, and you could see when he played with that Pacifica game, he really enjoyed it, and I think that lit the fire in him to try and get a Guernsey against the Lions because he knew he's good enough to do it, and he knows where he belongs type thing. So I think that week with the Pacifica boys was really good for him. Unfortunate that it came in the expense of Alan getting injured, but I think we saw Anella that was getting some confidence back and just backing himself and knowing that he does belong in the big stage, and you can see that he really enjoyed it, and he didn't look out of place. He was back to his dominant best, and not all of it, but hopefully that'll be the start of him getting back into form, and we can see more of that in South Africa over there this weekend. So, but props to him. I mean, for someone that's gone through all the stuff that he did this year and form slump, and to be able to come back and back himself into a Lions series decider, I think. After all the fact was, he probably was looking at what he could have added to that second test. There could have been, but that's obviously lit a fire in him for the last test, and hopefully he can take that into the TRC and the rest if he goes in spring tour. So yeah, he knows he's still got it. So good on him.
Yeah, let's go, and make sure you come over when he's playing over in the French Top 14, mate. We'll see you over here.
I've locked it down when my two boyfriends play each other. It's the 30th of May, so next year. So it'll be Clermont versus Racing in Paris. So I'll make sure I try and get over.
Lock it in.
And Paspasi, my two boyfriends.
All right, mate. And Paspasi to everyone that's made it this far in the show. Thank you for coming. Make sure you like and subscribe. Grab some merch and up the Wallabies, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Tony.